Good morning, my dear Aksharians. Today, let us continue the chapter pair of linear equations in two variables. In that, the very first exercise is exercise 3.1. Yes, in the previous class we discussed about the equations and linear equations and pair of linear equations in two variables, right? All these things we discussed in the previous class. Let us come to the problems. See, first one is Aftab tells his daughter, see a person, his name is Aftab, he is telling to his daughter what 7 years ago, this is the past 7 years. 7 years ago, I was 7 times as old as you were then. See what he is telling, 7 years ago, past 7 years, right? I was 7 times as old as what you was, right? What your age, right? In the same way, continue also 3 years from now. From now, 3 years means future, right? After 3 years, I shall be 3 times as old as you be, right? This is the situation. We have to represent this situation algebraically, right? Yes, in the previous class also we discussed the same thing. We can represent the situation mathematically. That mathematical representation is nothing but representation algebraically. How to represent? Just you frame the equations for the given statements, right? Yes, assume. Now imagine, my dear children, a person, his name is Aftab and he is having a daughter, right? Yes, for example, Aftab and his daughter, I named it as D, daughter D, okay, he is the Aftab, okay, my dear children. Yes, 7 years ago, see, observe here, my dear children, this is the present situation. Now I am telling about now. Now what is the age of Aftab? Don't know, sir. What is the age of his daughter? That's also I don't know exactly. Then how we consider the 7 years ago and past future 3 years later? How we consider? Yes, let us assume the present age of Aftab is X years. The present age of Aftab is X years. In the same way, present age of his daughter is Y years. We don't know exactly what is the age of these two. Okay, yes. So now come to the 7 years ago. 7 years ago. See, observe here. 7 years ago. Ago means past. For example, if my age is 35 years now. Now my age is 35 years. Now tell me, my dear children, what was my age 7 years ago? What was my age? Yes, you are right. Now you are calculating, subtracting 7 from my age, right? Exactly, 35 minus 7, that's around 28. Yes, 7 years ago my age was 28. How you got this 28? You subtracted 7 from the present age. Present age is 35. 35 minus 7. What? 35 minus 7. 35 is the present age of my age, right? Yes. In the same way, present age of Aftab is X. You just subtract X minus 7. You got the 7 years ago's age. Right, in the same way, very good, this is Y minus 7, right? Yes, any doubt in this? Clear? Yes. Again, now 7 years ago, I was 7 times as old as you were then. There is continued statement. 7 years ago, the father age was 7 times than his daughter's age, 7 times more, right? Times, remember my dear children, times See, in the same way, twice, thrice, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, 7 times. Times indicate the multiplication. Remember it carefully. Okay, my dear children? Yes. Now, by taking these two, okay, what is the relationship between these two? The age relationship is, this is x minus 7 and this is y minus 7. X minus 7 is the age of the father, y minus 7 is the age of the daughter when 7 years ago, right? 7 years ago, father is 7 times as old as his daughter. Let us consider one example, my dear children, right? Now, present, my age is twice as old as you. My age is twice as old as you. Let us assume if your age is 16, then what will be my age? Obviously that is 32. Yes, exactly. Yes, remember my dear children, your age is 16, my age is 32. So I am state that my age is twice as old as you, means twice means 2 times. So I multiplied 2 to your age. 16 2s are 32. Right, I multiplied 2 twice to your age. In the same way, 7 times as old as you means multiply the 7 to his daughter, then only this will become equal. How you multiply 2 to your age? 16 2s are 32. In the same way, 7 times of daughter age is equal to her father age. Right? Can you agree with this? Yes. The continuation is like this: x minus 7, which is equal to 7 into y, 7y minus 7 7s are 49. Okay. You take variables all are one side and constants are one side. So x, transfer this plus 7y into LHS side. So it will become minus 7y, which is equal to minus 7, transfer this, that is plus 7, minus 49 remains same. X minus 7y, which is equal to 49 minus 7, that is 42, greater number symbol minus. See, now my dear children, this is the equation in 2 variables. This is the equation in 2 variables. This equation is called the algebraical representation of this first statement. This is the algebraical representation of the first statement. Clear? Yes. Now, my dear children, come to next statement. 3 years from now, 3 years from now means future, right? After 3 years means, see, observe here, 3 years from now. Ago means you have to subtract. From now means future. Hence is also future, right? Yes, 3 years hence is nothing but from now. So x is the present age plus 3. After 3 years means the age will be added, right? In the same way, this is y plus 3. Right? Clear, my dear children? Yes. 3 years from now, I shall be, again the Aftab is telling the second statement. Again, he only telling the second statement to his daughter. 3 years from now, I shall be 3 times. How many times? 3 times as old as you be. Right? Again times is multiplied to, very good, multiplied to daughter age, exactly. Yes, this is the x plus 3 and y plus 3. 3 times, how you 7 times multiplied with daughter? No, in the same way you multiplied 3 times to daughter, then it will equal. Okay, 3 times of daughter age is equal to father age. right. Now simplify this. X plus 3 which is equal to 3 into y 3y plus 3 3s are 9. Clear? Yes, in the same way variables all are one side and constants are one side, like that x plus 3y becomes minus 3y which is equal to 9 plus 3 becomes minus 3, right. X minus 3y remains same, 9 minus 3 is 6. Now observe my dear children, this is an equation with two variables. This equation is called algebraical representation of the second statement, right. Yes, my dear children, observe here, these two equations obtained by the same situation means the situation tells us the age relationship between the father and daughter, right. That's why these two equations are called pair of linear equation in two variables x and y. Right, clear my dear children? Yes, this is the way how we represent algebraically. Right, okay my dear children, understood? Yes. Now sir, how to solve this sir? We don't know exactly what is the age of Aftab and daughter. Is there any way to solve this? Yes, there are ways. There are ways. In the 9th standard my dear children, you solved the linear equation in two variables by elimination method. Remember it carefully. You just write down one by one and cancel, symbol change like this. Yes, yes, that is the way we can solve this equation. Is there any another way my dear children? They have given like this graphically. Sir, how to solve? Yes, that graphically is another way and easiest way to solve the equations, to represent the equation graphically. So let us continue these two equations solved by graphically. Okay? Yes. Yes, my dear children. Just now we completed the representation of a statement in algebraic way, right? Yes, now move on to the graphical method or geometrical method. How to solve the equation by using graphs or graphically, right? Yes, before going to graph, we should solve this equation. How, sir? Just observe here, my dear children. See, these two are the pair of linear equation in two variables, x and y, right? Yes, see, observe here. Consider this is an equation 1 and this is an equation 2. Let us take equation 1. From equation 1, x minus 7y which is equal to minus 42. This is an equation 1, right? My dear children, to solve this equation alone, you should transfer any one variable, either x or y, transfer to RHS side, any one variable, right? Now you take x as it is, which is equal to transfer minus 7y from LHS to RHS, it will become plus 7y and minus 42 remains in the same place with the same symbol, right? Yes. Now next step is very, very important, right? Yes. Now assume the y value, let y is equal to, assume any value my dear children, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or negative, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, you can assume any value for y, okay? Just imagine my dear children, if you assume 1 here, if you substitute 1 in the place of y, 7 ones are 7 minus 42, it will become minus 35. Okay, if you assume 0 in the place of y, 7 zeros are 0, 0 minus 42 is only minus 42, like this. Okay, just now I will assume let y is equal to 5, 6. You can assume any value. I am telling you, you assume fractions also, decimals also. You can assume any values. Okay, yes, x is equal to 7y minus 42. This is the equation. Substitute 5 in place of y, right? First I am taking, see, observe here, I am taking y is equal to 5. Substitute the value in place of y. 7 into 5 minus 42. 7 5s are 35 minus 42. So it is minus 7. X is equal to how much? That is minus 7. When y is equal to 5, x becomes minus 7. Remember, my dear children. Okay. In the same way, if y is equal to 6, observe here I assumed y is equal to 5. Here I am taking y is equal to 6. The equation is x equals 7y minus 42. X equals 7y minus 42, the same equation. Substitute y is equal to 6, value of y in the place of this. 7 into 6 minus 42, 7 6 are 42 minus 42. 42 minus 42, 0. So, my dear children, if y is equal to 6, then x becomes 0, right? Okay. Yes, my dear children, observe carefully. Can I write these values in a box, in a columns? Okay. Yes. For example, say a box is like this. Okay, observe here, my dear children. Say this is the x, y and x comma y. Say y is 5 and y is 6. Y is 5 and y is 6. When y is 5, what is the value of x? When y is 5, what is the value of x? That is minus 7. Exactly. When y is 6, then what is the value of x? That is 0. Very good, my dear children, 0. So, can I write these values like this? What is the name of this? Means, see, observe here, any numbers, we call these are elements. Any numbers enclosed in the small bracket. If the numbers are in pair, that is called coordinates. What is coordinate? Pair of numbers enclosed in small bracket, that is called coordinates. Can I represent these two like that? Yes, minus 7 comma 5 is one pair of coordinate, 0 comma 6 is another pair of coordinate. Yes, I think now you are remembering the 9th standard graph, right? Yes, the same way you plot out these points on the graph sheet. Okay, before going to that, my dear children, I back to here. Sir, why you assume this 5 and 6 only? Why can't 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 negatives are also there? Why can't you assume that? Yes, this is the doubt arised in your mind. My dear children, listen carefully and observe carefully. Say, here is 42. Right. If I assume 0 in the place of y, 7 zeros are 0. 0 minus 42 becomes minus 42 only. Minus 42 in the graph sheet, there will be no values of 42, 52, 100 like that. We have to concise that values. Okay. That's why I assumed 5 and 6. If you assume 0, definitely will get the same answer, no problem. My dear children, one more thing I am telling you. This is the value of x only, not the answer. This is also value of x only when y is 6. Right? This is minus 7 when y is 5. These are not the answers for your question. Your answer will be comes in the graph sheet. Understand, my dear children? Listen carefully. This is very important. Okay. This is the way to represent graphically. We solved the equation by assuming assumed values, and this is the column obtained in the form of coordinates. So we plot out. Yes, my dear children. Now come to the equation 2. Just now we solved and completed the column for equation 1. Now in the same way, take equation 2. Equation 2 is x minus 3y, which is equal to 6. In the same way, my dear children, how you solve the equation 1? The way is same. X remains in the same place. Transfer minus 3y to RHS side. This will become plus 3y, and plus 6 remains in the same place. Okay. Yes. Now assume y value. You only tell me, my dear children, what value I have to assume for the y. Tell me now. Yes. Here is 6. Okay. If I assume 0 for y value, 3 zeros are 0, the remaining is 6. Can I assume 0? Yes, because we will get the smaller value. Okay, if I got the smaller value, it is easy to plot out on the graph. If I get the bigger value, it's somewhat confusion to plot out the graph. Okay, that's why we assume just smaller values. Let us y is equal to 0, one thing. If I assume y is equal to 1, 3 ones are 3, 3 plus 6, 9. 9 is also no problem, my dear children, right? Yes, assume y is equal to 1. See, if y is equal to 0, then the equation is x is equal to 3y plus 6. 3 remains in the same place. Substitute y 0 in the place of y plus 6. 3 zeros are 0 plus 6. So x is equal to what? 6 only. If y is 0, then x is 6. In the same way, if y is equal to 1, the equation is x equals 3y plus 6. 3, substitute 1 in the place of y plus 6. 3 ones are 3 plus 6, which is equal to 9. See, observe here, my dear children. If y is 1, then x becomes 9, right? Already I told you, my dear children, these are the values of x when y assumed, not the answer for your question. Okay? Yes, you just take it to the column. Here is the column. Okay, my dear children, observe here carefully. Observe, my dear children. This is the x, y and x comma y. Say, this is called coordinates. The coordinates should be represented as x comma y only. It won't be y comma x anywhere at any time. Always it is x comma y only. Okay, my dear children? Yes. See, observe here. If y is equal to 0 and 1, if y is 0 or 1, if y is 0, x becomes 6. If y is 1, x becomes 9. So, the coordinates are, yes, exactly, this is 6 comma 0 and this one, very good, 9 comma 1. Yes, now my dear children, plot out these 2 points in the graph. Yes, now can we move on to graph? Yes. Yes, my dear children. Now come to the graphical representation of pair of linear equation in 2 variables. Just now we discussed how to represent a statement as algebraically, how to represent a statement as an equation. We discussed all these things. Now let us discuss the equation, how to represent in the graph sheet, how to represent this equation graphically or geometrically. X minus 7y is equal to minus 42. This is an equation 1 obtained by the problem, right? That problem is based on ages between the relationship of age between father and daughter. See, according to this equation, x minus 7y is equal to minus 42, we assumed the values of y and then we obtained the values of x, right? We solved everything and we obtained these coordinate points according to the equation 1. In the same way, equation 2 is x minus 3y equals 6. According to this equation, we assumed the values of y and we obtained values of x. These are the coordinate points of this equation. Now we plot out the coordinate points on the graph. Before going to graph, my dear children, remember some points regarding graph. The very important points are, first one, draw a straight line perpendicular to the base, that is y-axis, and a straight line perpendicular to y-axis is x-axis. So this is the horizontal line is x-axis and vertical line is y-axis. The intersecting point of both axes is origin 0, 0. The value starts from here only. The value starts from here. Towards right side are positive values, towards left side are negative values on the x-axis. In the same way, the value starts from 0, 0 towards upside direction is positive values and towards downside direction is all negative values on the y-axis, right? These are the very important points. Another one point is there, my dear children. Yes, another one is scale. See, remember in 9th standard also you have learnt about the scale, right? Before plotting the points on the graph, you should write the scale here. What will be that? That is totally depends upon your equations and your problems. Here I am going to solve the equation regarding the problem of ages of father and daughter, right? So I am considering scale 1 unit is equal to 1 year. 1 unit is equal to 1 year, right? Yes, means here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 like that numbers are there, and left side minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4 so on, upside 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 so on, downside minus 1, minus 2, minus 3 so on, right? Okay, my dear children. Yes, scale 1 unit. 1 unit is nothing but 0 to 1 or 1 to 2, 2 to 3, that is 1 unit. It may be in centimeter or it may be in millimeter or it may be in meters, whatever it is, you consider 1 unit which is equal to 1 year because the problem is based on age, that's why. Okay, yes. So 1 unit is equal to 1 year, that is the scale. Now come to the coordinate points. First coordinate point is minus 7, 5. Where is the minus 7? See, minus 7 is belongs to x. So this is the x value. It should be on the x-axis. Now observe here minus 7. Where is the minus 7? Yes, exactly. This is the minus 7. Right? Yes, we got minus 7 on the x-axis. And where is the 5? 5 is belongs to y. So it should be on the y-axis only. That is plus 5. Plus is upside. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the 5. My dear children, these two are the not points. Remember it. Yes, you just move on the line of -7. Just you move on the upside where you will get the -5 direction. Yes, this is the point. This is the coordinate point -7, 5. Okay, I am writing here -7, 5. Okay, my dear children, remember carefully, -7 and -5 are here, but these are not the coordinates. Okay, the coordinates are intersecting, perpendicularly intersecting of -7 and +5 lines. Okay, my dear children. Yes, so -7, 5 is this coordinate point. In the same way, now come to 0, 6. Where is 0? 0 is the origin. Very simple. If x is 0, then y is 6, means the point lies on y axis. Remember it, my dear children, very carefully. If the value of x becomes 0, then the point 100% lies on y axis. If the value of y becomes 0, definitely the point lies on x axis. Okay, yes, x is 0 and y is 6. Where is the 6? Yes, observe here, this is the 6. Okay, so 0, 6, 0, the intersecting point here only. Therefore, this is the 0, 6. Okay, clear, my dear children? Yes, this is the point. These two are the coordinate points plotted on the graph according to the equation 1. Okay, my dear children? Now, just we join these 2 points, what we will get here? Exactly, my dear children, we will get a straight line by joining these 2 points. Shall we join now? We should name this line. How to name this line? Yes, the name of this line is the equation, because the line obtained by that equation, right? The equation is x minus 7y, which is equal to -42. This is the equation. My dear children, remember it once again. When I started this chapter, I have told you, my dear children, why we call it as a linear equation. Because if we represent an equation on the graph, we obtain the line only, straight line only. That's why we call it as an linear equation. Okay, got it? Yes, my dear children. That's all of the first equation. Now come to the equation 2. That is x minus 3y is equal to 6. Right? Yes. The coordinates are 6, 0 and 9, 1. Yes, I know you are very happy because you know very well how to plot out these points on the graph. Yes, my dear children, try yourself. See, 6, 0, the value of x is 6 and the value of y is 0. Where is 6? That is positive. 6 is here and y is 0 here. So, the coordinate points are 6, 0. This is the coordinate point, right? Okay, my dear children? Yes. Next, 9, 1. X is 9. Where is the 9, 9, 9? Yes, 9 is here. And 1 is here. So, therefore, already I informed you, my dear children, the intersecting points of these 9 and 1 are intersected here. This is 9, 1, right? Yes, remember it, my dear children. These two are the points. These two are the points obtained by these two coordinates. Shall we join that? Yes, my dear children. This is the straight line obtained by the equation x minus 3y is equal to 6. Write the equation on the line. That is x minus 3y which is equal to 6. Okay, my dear children, this line is obtained by the given equation x minus 3y is equal to 6. Right. My dear children, observe the graph carefully. One question arises in the mind. Is these two lines intersect somewhere? Or is these two lines parallel to each other? Yes, observe carefully. See, the distance between these two lines here is more comparatively the distance between these two lines here. So, distance between here and the distance between here somewhat more. It means these two lines intersect somewhere. Where they will intersect, sir? Right, where they will intersect? Definitely, my dear children, these two lines intersect at the coordinate points of 42, 12. 42, 12. Remember it carefully. 42, 12. In this coordinate point, these two lines intersects. Okay. Sir, here they are not intersecting. Yes. If you want to intersect lines here, then you should change the scale. Remember, before only I told you scale is very important. See, I considered 1 unit is equal to 1 year. If you consider 1 unit is equal to 2 years, then the points becomes here 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that. If you consider 1 unit is equal to 4 years, 5 years, 10 years, if you change the scale like this, the graph will comes reduced and condensed form. Okay, then definitely you will get the intersecting point somewhere. Okay, you try it in your home, my dear children. Once you draw the graph like this as it is, practice it, and then you change the scale, or else you take big graph sheet. If you no need to change the scale, then you take one big graph sheet, then you plot out the same points on the basis of same scale. Definitely you will get intersecting point at the coordinate 42, 12. Okay, my dear children? Yes. Now I will show you how the lines are intersecting. Okay? Yes, observe carefully. Yes, my dear children. Did you understand the graph very well? Yes, because of this graph board. This graph board is designed by K.O. Nagesh sir. He belongs to Chitradurga district, Chalkere Taluk. We all mathematics teacher call him as Einstein Nagesh. Okay, from Akshara Study Center at Arsikere, we all thankful him because of designed the very excellent teaching material, very excellent design to represent pair of linear equation in graphical way. Thank you very much, Nagesh sir.